Hi guys, welcome back to Connor's Corner. Today I'm going on my first hike of the season. First hike on the channel, actually. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about just gratitude and what it's done for my life, how it's changed my perspective on life, and how it's actually allowed me to, start enjoying life instead of focusing on the negatives. And I'll give you some tips and tricks and things I've learned over practicing gratitude for the last year and how you can do it in your daily life. So yeah, I'll pick things back up when we get at the hiking trail. So I found this beautiful hike today, not too far from the house, and I just wanted to talk about gratitude, like I said in the car. I figured this would be a good spot for it. Looks like I'm about to go up a pretty steep mountain, so this should be fun. There it is up there. Yeah, I don't know if this was the greatest idea. You should see the snow I just climbed up. It's pretty hard to climb up there, but I'm here now, so there's no going back. Unfortunately, I think this is as far as I can go. I'm looking up the trail now, up there, and it's all snowed in. And when I was walking down there, further down, I hit some snowy patches and it was very icy and hard to climb. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have even come up this far because I'm not sure how I'm going to get down those icy patches without falling. I'll probably end up coming back here to get to the top. I've always wanted to come to this trail and see what the top looks like and see what the view looks like. I've always heard of people practicing gratitude, and for most of my life, it felt like, I don't know, something that didn't seem worth doing. And, how much could writing down a few things each day that you're grateful for impact your life? And so I just shoved it away for a long time and, thought my life was fine without it. But if you've watched any of my other videos, I hit a rock bottom at the beginning of 2025 and started making a lot of changes. One of the first things my therapist suggested I do is to get a notebook and write down 3 things every single day that I'm grateful for. And, still at first I didn't really trust it. I didn't think it was going to help me all that much. But I figured I'm at rock bottom. There's no way else to go but up. I may as well just give everything a shot, right? And I've kind of had that mindset all this whole year. And it's helped me change quite a bit. And the crazy thing about practicing gratitude is it's so simple. Just at the end of the day, write down 3 things that you're grateful for. I can probably think of 3 things right now. Like, I'm able to hike up this trail. There's plenty of people out there that are disabled and they can't go on hikes and enjoy the nature like this. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for a nice sunny day after a long winter in Newfoundland. And I'm grateful for having people to talk to like you guys. And it doesn't have to be anything super introspective or anything like that. It could be, I'm grateful I had chicken nuggets today, or, I'm grateful I got 5 minutes outside, or I'm grateful I have running water. Like, it's anything that you're grateful for. It's easy to build it up in your mind and complicate it and kind of intimidate yourself, but the best thing you can do is just start, and eventually it will turn into a habit. So you're probably wondering, how does writing down 3 things each day improve my life? Well, I've been reading up on it a little bit recently, and there have been studies that compare a group of people that don't practice gratitude each day and a group of people that do practice gratitude each day. And they have found that the people that do practice gratitude are happier, they're more present in their daily life, and they appreciate the good times while they're in them. I know a lot of my life, I don't feel like I've really appreciated the good times while I was in them. I kind of just enjoyed them in the moment and didn't think anything of it. And life would go on, and then years later, I would think back to those memories and be like, man, those were such good memories. Like, I wish I would have tried to enjoy them more in the moment. In my personal experience from practicing gratitude each day for this past year, And it doesn't have to be every day. It can be every other day or whatever's manageable for you. I've had on and off periods where I do it every day, and then I have times where I only do it 2 or 3 times a week. You'll start noticing yourself just being grateful for things in your daily life without even thinking about it. It just becomes automatic. And honestly, it's made my life so much better. I didn't have the greatest year. I spent a lot of this year trying to recover from my breakup, and that's been really hard. But even during that, I sat down at the end of every day and wrote down 3 things I was grateful for, instead of focusing on what I don't have or what I lost. And that's really changed my mindset with a lot of things. It kind of seeps over into a lot of other areas of your life without you realizing it. And it generally just makes you a more positive person, which makes you a more pleasant person to be around. I know it's so easy to focus on the negatives of your life and what you don't have and what's going on in the world. But when you shrink it down to just your life and your family and what's going on in your life, and you focus on what you're grateful for, your life starts to feel more positive. So yeah, I find I've began just recognizing the small things in my daily life and appreciating them. I've started telling my friends and my family how much I love them and how much I'm grateful for them, for what they've helped me through this year. And I suggest telling your friends and family the same, because you don't hear those things very often, and you appreciate it when you do. You never know, one day they could be gone and you'll have regrets of things you didn't say to them, and you feel like you didn't appreciate them. So try to live without those regrets. In my opinion, I think everyone should practice gratitude. Like I said, it doesn't have to be every day. I know every day can feel a little overwhelming for some people. But like I said, it's so simple. It's just 3 things. It can be the stupidest little thing. Like, I'm grateful for this rock holding up my tripod so I can film this video. Like, it can just be silly things like that, right? It doesn't have to be super deep or anything. So I highly recommend everyone do it. I mean, it takes probably like 1 to 2 minutes to write on a piece of paper what you're grateful for that day. And I know it sounds like BS, that it's gonna change your life so much. And I thought the same thing when people would tell me about it. But I finally gave it a shot, and I don't regret it at all. It's such a small habit that only takes a few minutes of your day. So why not just give it a shot? It can honestly help you improve your life mentally. Like I said, it's changed my life quite a bit, and I'm grateful for learning how to be grateful. And I'm grateful for you guys watching this video. I'm gonna take my drone up now and try to show you the top of this mountain. It's pretty high up, so let's see what we can find. All right, wish me luck going back down the mountain here. Hope I don't fall. I got my drone in my backpack, and it would not be fun if I broke my drone. It's a pretty nice hiking trail, but it's pretty rocky. Kind of wish I had hiking boots right now. There's the ice patch I was talking about. I'm gonna have to go down that very slowly. I don't want to fall. I just slipped down the last bit of the path there. It was real icy. I didn't fall, but I ended up having to run down there. I would have ended up falling if I had tried to catch myself, but I just went with it and ran down the ice. This is a really beautiful part of the trail. I love it. Pretty nice and scenic, and you can see off in the distance there. I always love looking through the forest there. It looks so, looks like it's out of a movie. This part's nice too. It's all wet and mucky here. I stepped on that plank earlier and basically there's a bunch of water underneath it and got my shoe wet. Just got my shoe wet again right then. But yeah, I'm really excited to get back into hiking here. But judging by that trail, I'm gonna have to wait probably 2 or 3 weeks to actually go on some nice trails, because there's still some snow left in the woods here in Newfoundland. And I don't want to risk a fall. I've got a couple trails in mind that might be all right this time of year. I'll have to check them out and see. But I look forward to taking you guys on more hikes and talking about mental health and stuff. I know most of my videos so far have been kind of not negative, but not the happiest topics. And I figured I'd make this video a more positive topic to talk about. That's kind of what I want for this channel. I know mental health, a lot of it is negative, but there's also some positive things. I've learned a lot over this year, and I think I can help you guys with a few things that I've learned and stuff like that. I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope you got something out of it, and I encourage you to practice gratitude each day. In my opinion, it's really worth it. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe. Comment down below one thing you're grateful for today. All right, have a good one, everyone.